Welcome to Tempest Psychology and Merry Christmas to everyone. Obviously it's Boxing Day now, but I just saw a video by DarkHorse Podcast with Heather and Bret talking about how might a red-nosed flying reindeer evolve. And I really enjoyed their theorizing. I've put a link in the description below. And I just thought it was a good bit of fun, and we can learn a bit of something. So, as Heather explains, there are 4 questions here. What is the utility or selection pressure for a red nose? Such as it lights the way, as it says in the song. And then what is the mechanism that has caused this mutation to happen, such as chronic rhinitis, as Bret said. And then you'll have the same 2 questions for flying. I think Heather and Bret, obviously this was just a bit of fun. They overlooked the use of technology at the North Pole and some of the selection pressures involved. I do think their theories are a possibility in this Santa Claus world, but then there will be other possibilities that they didn't have time to cover. So my theory would be that Santa would need a reindeer breeding program to maintain a steady supply of reindeer. We don't know how long the reindeers live for, and we just know that he has a set of names he likes to give them. And since there might be a danger of interbreeding in a small community, then Santa would occasionally need to go out trapping reindeer in the rest of the year, trying to find good specimens genetically to breed with. So he might have found Rudolph wandering around, say, Finland or Suomi territory or what have you, and took him in as either an experiment in the utility of Rudolph's characteristics or his breeding, or just because Rudolph had other qualities about being a reindeer that were better, that he thought he could breed with. So Rudolph, on getting to the North Pole, obviously had a lot of issues with the rest of the herd at Santa's ranch, because he was from an outgroup anyway, and he experienced a lot of isolation. Evolutionary speaking, this is quite natural for a group to respond in this way when an outgroup member doesn't have enough of the qualities or traits that are common to the other in-group members. So Rudolph would have had a different manner or a bit of a dodgy accent, and then of course there's the glaring red nose. But from the song, we know that Rudolph was proven to be useful, and then he was accepted as an in-group member. This would mean that Rudolph's red nose would then be selected for within Santa's breeding program, because he achieved such a prominent status within the reindeer. The females might want to breed with him and so on, because of all the attention he was getting. Maybe he could use his red nose as a lekking device in some way. So the other part of the question is about flying reindeer. So I think this is actually more about the use of technology rather than a feature of being one of Santa's special reindeer. There is more about I think it says more about the interaction of human and elfish kind with the environment and other species around them. And a quick Google search throws up all sorts of hilarious theories, like air sacs in their leg muscles, hollow bones throughout their body, some kind of aerodynamic antlers that help them catch air currents, and some weird ideas about how their fur stores up air or something, and so on. So I think if I take in the mythology from when I was a child and what we were taught, there was a bit of Tinkerbell in there with her magic dust. And also it was supposed to be a big secret. We don't really know how Santa makes his reindeer fly. So I would err on the side of, I think it's just technology that the elves have that we don't. And it enables the reindeer to run on air currents as if they were solid ground. And just think about it. We've never seen the elves before. They're obviously an ancient race that we know nothing about. And so they're bound to have a technology that would look like magic to us. Arthur C. Clarke famously says. So there you go. That's what I think enables flying red-nosed reindeers to evolve. And is basically just a random mutation that ended up as having a very useful utility. And is then selected for within the group that use it, which is the relationship between Santa and his reindeer. And then with Rudolph's prominence in the group, more females might want to choose him to procreate with. And then, of course, there's the touch of ancient elf magic to get Santa around the world in one night. So obviously editing is non-existent on this video. I just thought it would be a bit of fun to chime in on this interesting evolutionary question. And well, I hope to see you all in the new year. I'll be working on doing a bit more with the channel this year, hopefully get some interviews in and talk about all sorts of interesting topics that I think has affected us all over the last 2 years, especially. And I hope you all have a happy new year. Thank you.